our only hope and the world's only hope is to get our song in rhythm with God's song. And then the clouds begin to dissipate, and suddenly we can hear a different station. And it's the answer. I remember having such a duh moment when I accepted Christ. It was like all this time I had really believed all the foolish things that the world song says. I had actually believed that, frogs turn into gerbils, turn into monkeys. I had lived my life based on the idea that so many ridiculous concepts. In that moment, it was like, once the first note was played, and Jesus said, I am the vine, you're the branches, apart from me, you can do nothing. And I plugged in that moment, the first note was played, and it was like, duh, what in the world have I been doing to this corny song that just kept ending on the same skip? If you're sitting here in the middle of your song of life, which all of us are, and wondering why things never seem to work out, you know what I mean? Why you just can't find the inner strength to get past those things that hold you back, or why no matter what happens, good or bad, there's still something missing inside, there's still something out of tune. Perhaps it's because you're playing the song of your life, not according to these music notes, but according to, to these music notes, or to these music notes. You know what I mean? That unrest and that unhappiness, it fades away as we allow God to come in and begin leading us into His rhythm that began so beautifully all the way back at the beginning of time. I want to end this teaching where it began for me, and really where this whole new song in my heart began. In that cell where I first heard this rhythm. Psalm 40, 1 through 3. I waited patiently for the Lord to help me. And He turned to me and He heard my cry. He lifted me out of a pit of despair, out of mud and mire. And He set my feet on a solid ground and steadied me as I walked along. And He has given me a new song to sing. A hymn of praise to our God. Many will see what He's done and be amazed, and they'll put their trust in the Lord. That's the story of my life in 3 verses. And it could be the story of any of our lives, if we so choose. All of us have been given gifts, talents, a personality for a very specific reason to write a song with our life that is in rhythm with an awesome God. The world song always will point back glory to me. Even if I'm a pastor, even if I'm whatever I'm doing, I could play the song that points to how awesome I am, or I could play a song that points to how awesome He is. And there's only 2 choices in that. In a nutshell, the world's way is to love things and use people to get them. And God's way is to love people and use things to bless other people. Whose song are you playing? You know what I mean? No matter if we gather in here once a week, no matter what we do-gooder stuff, whose rhythm am I playing with my life? Am I singing a song that points people to Him? Or am I singing a song that points people to me? Or points pleasures towards me? Or points whatever it would be towards me? Be very cognizant of the song you're playing with your life, and also the instruments you've been given to play. Because there's a very real reason for every gift, every talent, and your unique personality, and you have a unique song to play in this orchestra. And until the world sees the true orchestra of God play out in front of them, they're going to continue to act like deaf folks and not even hear what we're saying.